Hello there, Virgo, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today I'm doing a really special reading for you. This is going to take a look at the energies for each of the next 3 months. So we'll take a look at February, March, and April. And the reason I'm doing that is because, Virgo, you are one of those signs that have really gone through quite a transformation in 2021, especially the last 6 months. And I feel like you have come out of that and are now stepping onto a new path. And we have just finished all of the planet retrogrades when Mercury went direct on February 3rd. So there is this fresh new energy of no retrogrades until April 29th. So I feel like we have 3 months to get a little traction, because when we have the retrogrades and all, it's really hard to get traction to move forward. So that's what we're going to see, what you can look forward to in February, March, and April. So I'll take a look first with the Oracle cards, and then we'll come back with the Tarot and get some more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribe. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to first start with your overall energies for the next 3 months. You have the groundhog spirit, time to let go. Yeah, one of the things, Virgo, is the hardest thing is letting go of the past so that we can step into the future. And you've had this energy a little bit. But we have door to spirit and journey by moonlight. Believe in magic. It's like when you let go of the past, you step onto this magical path. It's, what they're giving me is, how when you go to a carnival, I guess, it's been a long time since I've been to something like this, and they have a fun house or a house of mirrors or something like that. For some reason, they're also giving me if you go to kind of during Halloween, some people have a haunted house, or it'll be a fundraiser or something like that. When you step out of your reality and you go into one of these places, like the carnival house, the fun house or something like that, house of mirrors, it's kind of like you have to step out of your reality in order to step into the magic of whatever this situation is. So you have to step out of the daylight of the carnival arena to step into the magical house of mirrors, right? It's that energy where you really have to leave the past behind in order to go onto this magical journey. They're also giving me Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz. Really interesting, she has to leave her home by way of a tornado to go to the magical, place of Oz. She has to, in order to go on some type of a magical journey, and I really feel like you're heading towards a magical journey, you have to leave what you think your reality is. You have to put that to the side to go onto this new magical path. And with door to spirit, this means that it is on your spiritual path. I'm getting a sense if some of you have been truly thinking about taking a sabbatical, or doing missionary work, maybe you don't want to actually quit your job, but you say, hey, I'd like to go do this for 3 months or something like that, and you can work it out, with your employer. It's almost as if you're being called to go do something important like that, or different, something that's magical. And, the thing about magic is, when we believe in magic, it means that we believe in ourselves. We gain almost like special powers, right? But that power comes from our confidence and believing in ourselves. And I feel like that is kind of what you have for yourself over these next 3 months, is just kind of like believing in yourself. bringing that, all of that journey that you've been through to transform yourself, like actually believing in yourself so that you can move forward. Yeah, because we have Parrot Spirit, Watch Your Words, and the Angel of Strength. The Angel of Strength is like the strength card, you know, having the courage to say those things that you may need to say, to have those difficult conversations. One of the things is that when we don't speak our truth, that takes no courage, right? When we don't have that difficult conversation with somebody that we love, that doesn't really take any courage. When we don't speak out against the injustices that we see in the world, that doesn't take any courage. It's as if what you have been through is helping you to step into this arena of finding the courage, of finding your magic in order to speak your truth. Now, it does say, watch your words. You know, to me, it's kind of like having the strength to say what you need to say, but to also say it in a magical way, right? Not out of, like kind of hatred or anger. It's about creating magic in the world because of the way that you're saying it. I love this energy. Because Virgo, you are quite a spiritual person. I feel like you are, what's underneath that? Second chakra. Yeah. And community. Like, I feel like what you have to say is in order to heal either your community or a group of people that you feel need somebody to speak for them for some reason, as if they can't. I'm not saying that can speak for themselves, right? But it's about speaking for a group of people. You may even be part of that community, and that is part of why, you are feeling so drawn to speak out. And Voyage of the Heart, love flows through you and to you. Yes, it's whatever words you're speaking with love, with magic. Really interesting. King of Cups on the bottom. Yeah, not getting overly emotional, knowing that, sometimes when we're trying to get our point across, if we get overly emotional, and, overly emotional can mean rage, anger, but it can also mean, just crying and being overly emotional that way. Wailing, crying, that type of thing. It's as if you're finding your voice. I'm really getting a sense of finding your voice in order to speak out about something or speak. Oh my goodness, yeah. King of Pentacles, Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is also about choosing. Like, you have two choices to make. You can choose not to speak out, or you can choose to speak out. And I feel like you're choosing to speak out. You're choosing, for some of you, it could be about choosing love. Choosing how to speak out about love. For some of you, this could be about, love relationships. You could have you could feel like there's cultural biases against, the type of love relationship you would like to have, whether that is based on gender, on, race, on religion. It could be something like that. You could be speaking out about that. There's something about ending something. Death is transformation. It's about wanting to end one way of thinking and move into a new way of thinking. And I really get a sense that it is about love. For some of you, this could be a new love relationship coming in, but I feel like this person is on your path because of the door to spirit, is on your path in order to help bring in this new magical communication, however that may resonate with you. I also get a sense that this is helping you are in a very grounded place. Once again, I feel like you're not going to be speaking overly emotional. I'm not going to say that you won't have emotion in your voice, because that is important when we're trying to, talk about issues that we may want to talk about. Underneath that is miracles. Yeah. And underneath that is reaching your destination. I feel like this is something that you have been thinking about for a long time, but it's a grounded energy. You have taken the time to heal your fears, your pain around whatever this situation is. You've taken the time to heal, and now you are able to speak from King of Pentacles is not only grounded, but also kind of like authoritative. Like, you can really talk about this. For some of you, it could be about abusive relationships, love relationships. It could be about toxicity in, like codependent relationships. You could also be talking about, sexual assault or something like that. I feel like there's something that's at the heart of you, something that has been painful, and it could have done with a love relationship. But I also feel like a lot of you are going to meet a soul connection because of the work that you're doing. Really interesting, very spiritual here. Very spiritual. And I feel like whatever it is that you're talking about is going to be different for everybody. I think that whatever trauma you may have occurred for you in the past, and that could have even been from childhood or something, I feel like you're getting your voice. You've done the healing so that you can get your voice. You can talk about this with others. But like I said, again, it's from a very grounded energy. Really nice. So what do we have here so that is February. In March, we have time for beginner spirit, porcupine spirit. For some reason, I feel like you're starting the journey actually in March. I think in February, you could be meeting somebody, especially with the Two of Cups and the Lovers and the Community card. You could be meeting somebody that gives you the confidence, or is very supportive in the direction that you want to go in. Or, maybe a group of people that are very supportive of this. I feel like in March is when you actually start the journey, however this is. And, it could be like starting a blog or a YouTube channel. It could be, that you're actually going to take like a sabbatical from work and start traveling the country or whatever, and, speaking out, or going to conferences, going to conferences and trying to get your idea out into the world, to other people that may come to a conference. Because we have healer of all ages and passion and pleasure, savor your life. I feel as if you are thinking that this is the direction, a direction you may take. You may say you want to take a sabbatical for a while, but in the end, you may actually decide this is what you want to do for a long time. Whatever work you're doing is to help heal others. Whether that is a small segment of the population, or maybe just in your community, or it could be that you really want to get your energy, get your message out to a much larger journey. Really lovely energy. I think it's interesting. They're showing me like this caravan here. I really feel like you're going to be traveling. I think you're going to be traveling, and maybe, speaking, at conferences or workshops, something like that. Some of you, I feel like, maybe trying to change laws and, traveling to meet, I don't know, people that could help write a law or get a law passed. perhaps even talking at rallies or something like that. But I feel like, if you do like any large speaking engagements, I feel like you're going to come across well because you're not, they just keep saying overly emotional. I feel like that is what you have worked on for the last 6 months or so, is to heal that so that when you do speak out to other people, you're not overly emotional. And once again, it doesn't mean that you're not emotional. Okay. You want, but you, not coming across as overly emotional. Knight of Wands on the bottom, taking action, moving forward on this. I think it is, you have had a difficult ending that you may have, toxicity was in it, codependent, something that was really difficult. It could have been manipulative. It could have been, I don't like to use this word, but it could have been, almost evil. And it really kind of, I feel like it brought you to your knees. And whatever the situation is, like you're looking at it with a lens of love now. You've healed this, which is really nice. You're not, you're not overly attached to what happened to you, which is really important when you're trying to get your perspective out into the world. If you're overly attached to what happened, and you can't see like the bigger picture of it or what changes need to be made because of something that happened, it's sometimes it can hinder your perspective from being listened to by others. But when you're coming at this perspective from a more loving type of energy, people are more receptive. And I feel that that is really coming through with this parrot spirit. It's finding the magical way to deliver your message and to deliver it with love instead of coming out. It's really hard because I feel like if the message that I'm getting from Spirit is and this is not going to resonate with everybody, but if it resonates with you, it's as if you have to look at what happened in the past. This isn't all that you can talk about. What you have to talk about is how can we change this? How can we move forward? Because you've moved forward, but there's a lot of people, whatever happened to you, they're having a hard time moving forward from whatever happened. This tragic, perhaps very manipulative, difficult ending, something. Something happened, something tragic happened to you. You're wanting to make sure that this doesn't happen to other people, right? So when you come at it from a lens of love, like how can we, bring a sense of love back to these people that this has happened to? Or how can we prevent this from happening so that people can stay in a sense of love instead of this? But when you come from this position in this way, you help to eliminate, you help to get more people to listen to you so that you can help to eliminate this from the world, or at least to heal the people that have been affected by this. I feel as if you're not going to think of this as work. I think you're really going to come into a sense of, not that this is pleasant, that what you have to talk about, but I feel as if when you start healing, helping others to heal, and you really start seeing that other people can have a new beginning to their life too after this tragic situation. It's kind of like you get a lot of pleasure from it. I don't mean like you're jumping up and down with joy or that kind of pleasure, but satisfaction. I should say satisfaction, like soul satisfaction. Really interesting, Virgo. Yeah, I don't, this is, they're giving me this scenario. Um, it's as if, you know, either you or somebody in your family, somebody that you know very well, may have, firsthand um, gone through like genocide. Okay. I'm getting that energy here. That's not going to resonate with everybody, but it's that type of energy. It's kind of like, you have experienced this or your family has experienced this. And what you're trying to do is to prevent this from happening again or happening, or opening the eyes of other people that don't understand the pain, the anguish that goes with that type of, you know, energy. Okay, so you're coming at it as from love. Like, let's prevent this. Let's love each other. Coming almost from a sense of we need to love everybody, no matter, what culture, religion, sexual preference. It's this energy of loving everyone in the world, trying to have others come into a sense of loving everyone. Really nice. Okay, so let's see what April has in store. We have Turtle Spirit. Slow and steady wins the race, knowing that this is not going to change the world overnight. A woman holding a heart and enjoy the journey. When I was saying the pleasure, like the passion and pleasure, like I feel like you are going to enjoy this journey. You're not going to change the world overnight. But you're willing to take this journey because that you have a lot of love for yourself. You have a lot of love for other people that may have, you're very empathetic for the other people that may have experienced what you have experienced. So you have a lot of love, and once again, it's this energy of trying to share your loving ideas with the world about how to love each other. And you're really enjoying this path, this journey. I once again, I feel like you may take a sabbatical, but from a paying job in order to kind of go do this for a little while. And then all of a sudden you find yourself like, no, I can't go back. This is my calling. Seven of Cups, Fool, Ace of Wands, Chariot, moving forward very quickly. Yeah, I think, Seven of Cups, I feel like you may be trying, there's a little confusion. How, what direction do I go in? How do I get my word out there? You may try a couple of things, trying to figure out the best way to get your word out there. But Ace of Wands and the Fool with the Chariot on the bottom. And then here's the Hermit. So, there's your energy coming into your power, moving forward very quickly. And I feel as if, you're just kind of like, yeah, this is what I am here to do. It's almost like understanding that what you went through, as horrific as I think it may have been, Virgo, like you went through that as part of your spiritual journey so that you could heal a larger part of the consciousness of the world. So it's like you survived that so that you could then come back and talk about the horrendous situation that you were in, how you overcame it, and why we have to love each other and not allow you know, those situations like that you went through to ever happen again, you know, really putting a light on it. And I feel like you're putting a light on it because there hasn't been a light put on it from the perspective that you have. Okay. Yeah, for some of you, it could have something to do with, you know, human trafficking. So my heart goes out to you, Virgo, because I feel like some of you really have been on a trying path. But I feel like you have a really nice path coming in. You know, you've done the work. You've healed from something that was difficult, horrendous. And now you have the ability, the magic, right? Miracles and magic in order to, you know, finish whatever healing process you need. Because I feel as if sometimes when we go through those trying, difficult, horrendous events in our life, one of the things is that when we then turn away from the anger or, you know, the pain of the situation, turn it into a loving, okay, energy in order to help heal others that may have gone through similar events. That is when our true healing really does, you know, finish our healing process. Because then you're replacing any pain or agony with love. And not that you'll forget, it's about finishing out the forgiving process. And I feel like some of you may feel like you've been on this narrow pathway that other people in your life may have said, it's time to get over this. You know, it's time to move on. It's time to get over this. You may have been feeling as if you didn't really have any support, any loving support for some time. And, you know, that is what has kind of led you to this, you know, whether that's starting support groups for other people that have gone through the same thing that you have, or start trying to change laws, or trying to just open people's mind up to the tragedy of all of this. Because look at under here, you have Mystic Healer, and underneath there, embracing enthusiasm. And then I have to say, these cards are just amazing. Yeah, traveling lightly. I really feel like some of you are going to be traveling to get your word out and answering the call. You know, this is part of your spiritual path. And now the next part of your spiritual journey is to share, enlighten others to what you have gone through, the tragedy, the emotions of what you have gone through, but in a very grounded and healing way. Really nice. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Oh my goodness. I just really feel there's just like this lovely feeling in my heart, you know, space, that you have done the work. You have healed this. So much so that you can help heal others now. You are a mystic healer, you know. Healing energy flows through you and to others. Well, all right, Virgo, I am going to leave it there. I hope you did enjoy this reading, and if you did resonate with it, I would appreciate it if you would like, comment, or subscribe. I'd love to hear in the comments how this might be affecting you in your life. And, you know, share your story if you're willing to. And I wish you much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.